Ah, we've got it. Sorry about that. This is like the second time having this on now. The first time I tried it, I managed to see a comment from Paul over at Wilmore's World, but then it was saying that the stream hadn't started yet, but now it's popped up. So I'm either talking to myself again, or it's working this time. Ah, I can see Andy out in the chat now. You're right, Andy. And TB makes. Right, I feel a bit better about it now, so I'm best to make sure it's all working on this end. It appears to be okay, so let's crack in. I want to start this up. You know, one time, just 1 week, I reckon I'll be able to do this and it'll seem somewhat professional. You're right, Red. Got the Red Smith out there, Gerald, Staffs Woodsman. Great to see you guys. So this is the thing, like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in the chat and it's telling me there's one person watching. But anyway, I want to tell you about the charity auctions. They're finished. The charity auctions have ended. 4 of them have been sent out today. There's one that hasn't been paid for yet, but that should be in the next couple of days, should be getting sent out. And I just wanted to share with you actually how well they did. So first up, the balloon headphone stand. That actually ended up going for £51 and it had 13 bids. So that's amazing. That's really great total for that. We got Claire out there and Sean. Great to see you guys. And Sophie. Right, next up, got the Cityscape light and that ended up going for £67 and that had 19 bids. Another great total. I'm really surprised with these two, to be honest. I didn't expect them to reach that level. Of course it's amazing and the money's going to go a long way to help the Children's Hospital. Next up we've got the blanket chest. This went for £155 and that got 16 bids. Again, blown away with that total. The cylindrical plywood table, now this is like my personal favourite and I think there's been a few people who really like this as well. I know Pam from Highland Boxes, she really liked this one and this went in for £165.55 with 22 bids. Again, a fantastic total. And finally we got the riverbed coffee table and that went for £330, 26 bids. That is amazing, guys. Honestly, thank you to everyone who shared it, thank you to everyone who bid. Honestly, you've all played a huge part in what we managed to raise. And before the show went live I did do a tot up on the calculator because I don't trust my mental maths, and it went for a total £768.55. So really proud of that, and I can't thank you all enough for all of your support throughout the entire campaign. But it's not over, because the auctions are done, the projects that are made are done, but you can still contribute through the bonfire listing where I'm selling shirts. That's still going. I believe there's 4 days left that you can still buy a shirt, and this is available worldwide. Of course, we've got regular t-shirts, we've got women's slim fit t-shirts, crew neck sweatshirts, long sleeve tees, and even 3/4 baseball tees as well. And with this, of course, all the money raised goes to the Birmingham Children's Hospital. There is, of course, shipping costs involved that don't go to the hospital, but that's like anything. As you can see, we got 15 sold so far, and that's a total of $136 raised. So I'm not going to convert it yet to what the pound should be, but it's a great total, and it's all adding together to make a great donation to the Children's Hospital. So thank you to everyone who has brought a shirt already. If you haven't brought one yet and you're thinking about it, you've got 4 days. If you want to share it round, let people know there's still 4 days to get a shirt if that's what they want to do. That's the charity stuff out the way. I can't begin to thank you enough, honestly, guys. So let's go on to this week's shout outs. First up, we've got Al's Hack Shack, and we've got Matt in the chat, line 23, fellow Midlander, yeah, repping the Children's Hospital. Anyway, Al's Hack Shack put out a fantastic video last week and kind of had a little bit of a cameo. I don't quite look myself, but if you just see this beginning of the video, you'll get an idea. I'm not going to show you all of it, obviously. And oh, blinking, you'll miss it. That was supposed to be me. And I'm lacking a bit of the facial hair now, but go and check out the video. It's in the description. He does make something, but he won't mind me saying that I wasn't too interested in what he was making. It's about the video. He went to town with the editing on this one. Really fantastic work. The video is a spectacle to see, so go and watch it. Link is down in the description. Now, I did have a little bit of planning with this, because this kind of leads me in a nice little segue to my next shout out, which is the Fools with Tool podcast. And the segue comes in the form of Al being a host on there. So as you can see, they've got a variety of episodes already out. Go back, watch them all, work your way through. But people won't mind me saying that my favourite one, it has to be the latest one. Got a fantastic guest on there in the form of Make It Solve, and she won't mind me saying that she probably had the best shout out of all time, which was yours truly. So I got a nice little mention on there. They cover some great topics on this podcast. They don't mince the words. It's a great laugh, honestly. It's really great. So go ahead and follow them. The link to their website is in the description. The podcast's over on SoundCloud. So get connected with them. Follow them on Facebook. Get signed up over on SoundCloud and follow them there as well. Work your way through the process of listening to every single episode, because they're well worth checking out. Great work over there, guys. Honestly, it's brilliant. Next up, another little segue. I've just spoken about who the guest was on the podcast, and that was Make It Solve. And she put out a fantastic video recently of building a Dalek. Now, I've never seen Doctor Who, and she won't like me for saying that, but I have never watched it. But this turned out amazing. You don't have to be a Doctor Who fan to enjoy this video. It is immense for what she puts into it, all the different materials. As you'll know now with Make It Solve, she goes above and beyond with the detail as always. And some of the things she ends up using, it's how do you even think of that? I'm going to stop it there. As you can see, it's looking top notch. But another thing with this video, it actually got spotted by the official Doctor Who Instagram and the website as well, and they shared it round. So she got like straight from the horse's mouth official stamp of approval on this one. It's a fantastic video. Go and check it out. Get subscribed, click for notifications, all that good stuff. She puts out amazing content. She's got a new video out now as well, making a miniature workshop for Mano. Detail as ever. It's brilliant. Go and check it out. Next up, got another close friend of mine, and that's Claire from Making It Out to the Woods. This is her second video, and as always, the quality is amazing. She's really like setting a high standard for herself with these videos. This is only a second one, and she's got a lot to follow on now with this. But she's making a vinyl storage stool. So a friend of hers asked her to make some vinyl storage, and she thought about actually turning it into a stool to sit on. And she uses some really like funky fabric, graffiti style fabric, really goes to town on it. And she's got some great tips as well. Some of the plywood was actually torn out where she got it cut. She's got a great tip for covering it up. So go and check it out. Link is in the description down below. Get subscribed, and again, get notifications. That's that little bell next to the subscribe button, and that way you'll get a pop-up on your phone and an email as soon as they upload videos. So make sure you do that. Following on from that, I'm going to be looking a little bit forward, because Holly Denny is going to be on the Makers International podcast this week. Now, we do that live on Sundays, and then the recorded version comes out on Wednesday nights. But Holly, she's a wood turner mainly, and she's well known for her turned snowmen. And a snowman, she puts them into some really funny poses. As you can see from a gallery here, that isn't like just the one thing that she does. But I'll be honest, I love a snowman most of all. If I go over to her Instagram, you got to follow it. Links them in the description to her website here, and you can get to all the social media from there. There's one snowman where he's taking a drink. If Instagram wants to load here, you can just see it here, and you get a real sense of Holly's humour. It's brilliant what she does. Well worth checking out. Her website's in the description, and like I say, we're going to be interviewing her this week on the Makers International podcast. So if you're around, make sure you check that one out. Got David out in the chat. Jorgen, great to see everyone out there. It's telling me I've got 23 watching now, so hopefully that's more realistic than the 1 and like 6 people out in the chat. Right, events. Coming up on the 28th and the 29th of April, we got Make a Faire UK. Now, I've got Al's Hack Shack to thank for bringing me onto this one, because I didn't realise how quick it was coming round and where it was going to be. But it's going to be in Newcastle. That's Newcastle upon Tyne, not under Lyme. So it's happening, as I just said, on the 28th and 29th. And I should be a bit more on the ball than I was last time in telling you where it is. and it's at the Centre for Life at Times Square in Newcastle. I haven't booked the hotels yet. I've gone a bit further this week in actually probably figuring out where I'm going to book it. It's so hard to bring yourself to be like booking a hotel that's maybe £80-90 a night in Newcastle. Now, I've got nothing against Newcastle, but it's probably cheaper to go and stay in Spain, to be honest with you. But still, it's about meeting the people. That's what it's all about. There's going to be a variety of different people exhibiting there. It's not just woodworking, and there's going to be a ton of electronics, metalwork. If you've seen Make Magazine or any of the Maker fairs before, you'll know it's a real eclectic mix, and it's a great bunch of people. I've never been to one. Al has told me all about the ones that he's volunteered at, and it's going to be a fantastic event, and I can't wait to meet people there. The following weekend, it's Makers Central. Now, this is definitely going to be the event of 2018. It's happening on the 5th and 6th of May at the NEC in Birmingham. Links in the description to where you can get your tickets. They've got some useful information about hotels. I'll be staying at the Hilton Hotel, which is right next to the NEC. It's like all on the same kind of complex kind of thing. Over on the website, they've got a list of people who's going to be attending, who's exhibiting, who's doing talks on stage and stuff like that. It's going to be a fantastic get together. Can't wait to meet everybody there. There's going to be a ton of people coming over from America and Europe and further afield, so it's going to be like a hub for all the makers, YouTubers, everybody getting involved, getting together, meeting up. It's the first of its kind really over here in the UK, so it's going to be great to see how it gets on, and I can't wait for subsequent ones moving forward. Let's make it a great event, and I can't wait to take photos and shake people's hands and stuff like that. Well, that kind of wraps it up for me. I want to say a massive thank you to my Patreon supporters. It really does go a long way, guys. Honestly, I can't thank you enough for all the support you showed me over there. Probably seen with all this stuff going on about YouTube and the AdSense and stuff like that. It's not a lot of money, so really, this Patreon, it does help out a lot with all the material costs and cameras and stuff like that. But it does, honestly. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I do want to talk a little bit about maybe a segment for this show. I was thinking of maybe incorporating a Q&A, because this is where I feel it's lacking. So for example, this week I searched for competitions and I searched for sales, and there wasn't anything that really jumped out to me as being, oh, you got to mention this sort of thing. And this is where I feel the show is lacking, because at the minute I want to give people shout outs like I've just done, but it almost feels to me as if I'm using their content to produce my content, if you know what I mean. So I need to add that extra element. So I'm thinking maybe I could get pre-requested questions beforehand and answer them at the end of the show, or look to the live chat for questions there. I just wanted to get your guys' input on that, people who's watching live, and I'll obviously be checking the comments on the video as it goes through. So we've got John asking how the shed's getting on. I did share a video over on Facebook and Instagram just showing like a bit of a sneak peek of the cladding and stuff. The weather has been kind of on and off, to be honest. I started yesterday and it was fine at the start. It was freezing, it was really dull, and then of course typical, as soon as I got towards the top, the sun come out. So I'm lifting these boards up and I'm looking into the sun the entire time. Hopefully the video turns out okay. I had to mess about with all the settings, and then I got the back done, and I thought, well, I won't need to film the short side at the back, so I'll get that done off camera so I can get it done quick. And I was putting the last board on, and then I felt the spots on my head, and I was like, oh, it's raining now. So I thought I better get everything in, and luckily I got everything in, done my little video outside, and then the heavens opened, so I had to pack it all up and come in. I haven't managed to do anything on it today. I've been hectic on the computer, getting those projects sent out to the auction winners. And we got Gerald mentioning the shirt. Yeah, got to say a massive thank you. Let me move my mic out of the way. To Sophie. Make it soft. Do what you love. Love what you do. Fantastic design. I do believe that she will be having these shirts available at some point. She sent out a few already. As soon as I know any details about where you can actually purchase these shirts, I'll be sure to share it round and let you all know about it. I love the design, it's fantastic, and a fantastic message as well. Got Barry saying that the Q&A could be a good idea. We got Liam out there as well, great to see you. Right, I'll try and push that a bit more. Like I say, it does need something. It's alright, John. John, bit late. What time do you call this? Anyway. That's the trouble. See, got another one. John, having trouble with the weather. But anyway, I could ramble on forever. I will sort something. I am racking my brains. I've got a couple of projects planned coming up. I've got what I think will be a nice idea for a sculpture, which I've never really done a sculpture like this. I don't know how big it'll be. Might be a little desktop thing yet, but I've got it all planned out in my head. That's where it always starts. Right, so I'm going to end it there because I'm going to go on and on and on forever. So I'll say goodbye. Thank you all for watching. Hello, Max. And I'll say goodbye, Max. Sorry, you've only just popped in, I think. Thank you all for watching. Ta-ra a bit.